it's Nicole, and today I'm here to bring you 5 summer book recommendations. So I know I posted a book recommendation video literally maybe last month, and I did say that there were some summer recommendations, but these are books that are kind of specifically that I feel you can get the most out of in the summer season, whereas any of those other books are just pure book recommendations and you should read sometime soon. So let's get started. So the first book I picked is actually one that I've already mentioned before in that earlier book recommendations video, so I can just link that down below if you want more book recommendations. But that book is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This book doesn't take place during the summertime, it's actually during a school year, but I think the writing and just kind of what the story is perfect for a summertime read. So this is a YA contemporary book. It's a part of the trilogy / companion series that there's Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and the third one is blanking. Oh, Isla and the Happily Ever After. I only read Anna because I didn't really like the little brief Lola chapter at the end of this book, but everyone really likes it, and I think Stephanie Perkins has that good light writing style that is perfect for summer. Anyway, basically this book follows a girl named Anna, and she is sent to a boarding school in Paris, and it's basically her story about making friends and just living in Paris, and specifically making the friendship with Etienne St. Clair. So overall, if you're looking for a book that's lighthearted and heartwarming, this one. So the next book should come as no surprise. I'm pretty sure this is a book that has made a feature in every single video I've posted, except for my June TBR. And that book is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So contrary to Anna and the French Kiss, this is a high fantasy, new adult book. It's the first in Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. I feel like a lot of people can love this book. It's high fantasy, it's action-packed, it has romance. I mean, this not even just sounds like the perfect book, it is the perfect book. From experience, it is the perfect book. So I have mentioned it before, but to give you a brief summary of the book, is a new adult high fantasy novel following a girl named Feyre, who while she was hunting one day in the forest, she shoots a fae. Because of a war that happened millions and millions of years ago, the mortals and the fae do not get along. They want nothing to do with one another, and they are actually separated by a big stone wall. Because Feyre shot a fae, she is brought into the fae world kind of in a life for a life type of shindig. But when she gets into the fae world, she realizes it's nothing like the stories and myths that she heard as a kid. She comes and realizes oh hey, they're not that bad. People need to understand that they're not that bad. But all doesn't stay perfect with this beautiful realization, because she realizes that the fae are kind of in a war and she is now a part of it. And then Hakamath is just the sequel that is, really rivals the first book. I kind of would have to say that maybe Akamath wins, but to get there, you need to read the first one first. So this next book is kind of shying away from the fantasy and YA realm, and is actually an adult fiction book. I read this some other summer. I actually just realized that the 2 books I've mentioned so far are books that I read last summer. So far I'm keeping up with the trend that I read these in the summer season. Regardless, that book is Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. This follows a girl named Rebecca Bloomwood, and she is all about the trend. She has the trendiest apartment, she has the trendiest clothes, she lives in such a trendy area. But she is dead broke. She works at a savings magazine, but she absolutely hates it and doesn't really want to work. She tries cutting back on her shopping habits and then realizes it makes her so sad, and she wants to just buy more things to make her feel happy. But then at the same time, she's getting all of these bills and statements and constant calls and messages from her accountant and the banks, and that makes her more sad, which makes her want to shop more. This is also the first book of the entire Shopaholic series, so if you do love this, you know that there are 3 or 4 after this that you can read, and sometimes it's good to know that for the summer you're going to be reading a series. That's what happened with me in The Mortal Instruments, and I loved it. Sophie Kinsella's writing is absolutely hysterical. Becky Bloomwood is so relatable, and you should read the book. So staying with the adult theme, this next book is an adult fiction slash thriller slash mystery, and that is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. This is actually the first book that introduces Robert Langdon as the main character. This isn't much of a love story or a fantasy at all, but it is actually action-packed and just really, really good. So, like I said, this is an adult fiction-y thriller book, and it follows a Harvard professor, Robert Langdon, and he is a professor of symbols, so ancient symbols and modern-day symbols, and he is called by a research organization to investigate a symbol that was seared onto a murdered physicist's chest. And basically he discovers that it is a symbol of this old secret brotherhood type of group called the Illuminati. And the more research he goes, he realizes that the Illuminati have resurfaced and they are trying to finish their goal, their last phase, which is to get rid of the Catholic Church. So if you like mystery that kind of resembles a scavenger hunt where you pick up all the pieces and don't figure out what they mean until the end, then this book is awesome. So the next book I have is also an adult fiction, but it's a contemporary slash historical fiction, if that makes sense, and that is The Help by Catherine Stockett. This was another book that I actually did read in the summer that I think is still perfect for the summer. This book takes place in the year 1962, hence the kind of historical fiction, and it follows three women, the first being a girl named Skeeter. She is 22 and just graduated from Ole Miss, and she has the passion, she wants to be a journalist or a writer, but at that time her mother's only concern is for her to get married to a rich guy, and that's it. That's how high her aspirations can go. And Skeeter usually finds kind of a comfort talking to her maid Constantine. However, Constantine has disappeared and no one will tell Skeeter where she is. And then the second woman's name is Aibileen, who is also a maid, and she's on her 17th house. So 17th family she's helping raise and help cook and clean. And then Aibileen's best friend, whose name is Minnie, is the sassiest one of all of them. She can cook, she can clean, she can do everything, but she cannot keep her thoughts to herself. So because everyone knows that, she had trouble getting a job, but she finally got a job with a family that had just moved into town. So it was like, yay, perfect. But she soon realizes that the family has their own secrets that they're trying to hide. So these three women come together in a way that really is controversial considering the time period. Skeeter really wants to try to find out more information about where Constantine had went, and she and Minnie and Aibileen come together and have secret meetings to talk about things that can help Skeeter figure out where Constantine is. And also, because Skeeter wants to write and piece it all together, she wants to be that journalist, she's also writing secrets from The Help. Secrets that Minnie and Aibileen want to give her anonymously because they don't want to get in trouble, but they want those secrets to be out there. So when you're done finishing this, you can then watch the movie. And you know what? I haven't watched the movie, so maybe I should do like a movie book comparison. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Alright guys, so those are the 5 summer book recommendations that I think are good for the summer season, and I coincidentally read in summer seasons prior to this one. Let me know down below if you've read any of them or suggest any other awesome books to read in the summer. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe down below, and I will be back with another video soon. Bye guys!